I just awakened to. You can become the person you sleep with, and what that means is, when you're unconscious, when you're sleeping, your unconscious is open. So they say, let me give you a couple examples of understanding, because maybe that may not make sense to you. When you go to sleep with the TV on, you become more fearful. You become whatever the programs that are running when you sleep. That's why a lot of successful entrepreneurs say, program your mind before you go to sleep. Like, whether it be with questions, whether it be with affirmations, whatever. And I would tell another person this, and I realized you don't have to just have sex with somebody to become them. You can sleep next to them and give them access to you in that way. Now, one-time interaction, depending on how powerful they are and depending on what their intention is, it doesn't affect you immediately, always, but it can. But if you sleep night after night after night after night after night, especially over a 21-day period, with somebody who doesn't have the intentions you do, or doesn't have, or has fears, has doubts, and let's make it simple as, let's say you wanted to chase your dreams and they did it. You were chasing your dream, they did it. Their consciousness can affect you because you give them access to it in your sleep. And because your unconscious is open, and that's why they also say don't go to sleep with mad at your partner. Because when you sleep, when you go to bed with them, when they're the last person that you go to sleep with, they're the last person you see before you go to bed, their consciousness may affect yours, because let's say the next day you got something positive to do, and because they're angry with you all day, and when they went to sleep angry, that unconscious energy might fuck up your shit for the next day, or it may put you in you may wake up in a bad mood because they went to sleep mad and you went to sleep mad. Now, that's why you have to be very mindful. And even Robert Sharma talked about it. I forgot what in the brain he was talking about when you spend a lot of time with somebody that you switch. But this is why you have to be very mindful who you sleep with. And I say that in the physical and in the actual intercourse, because you can become the person you sleep with, especially if they were the last person you spoke to before you went to bed. And yeah, I would say, if you have a partner, do your best to go to sleep with each other on the most positive, forgiving terms ever. No matter how much day you had, like you hate his fucking guts right now, but forgive them because you wish them wrong. Your anger, your sadness, whatever, can fuck somebody up because you went to sleep that way. And eventually those habitual thoughts become a pattern of the relationship, the oneness. That's why you become one. That's why people who are together for a long time start to look alike, because they are sharing subconsciously the same bed. So when you, like, for instance, my household's subconscious mind was split. My mother, the creator of our universe, was a job worker. My father, the consciousness, not the subconscious like my mother, the consciousness was a entrepreneur. One of the reasons why he took her side, because they went to the same bed together. You're two individuals. Come together at night. So one will affect the other depending on how powerful one is. Because the subconscious mind is more powerful than the conscious mind, the subconscious mind will affect the consciousness. Especially if the consciousness wants to affect, and this is funny, I'm doing it with my right hand. The right hand is the extension, the left hand is the receiver. So when the consciousness wants to bend to the consciousness, or so the consciousness wants to absorb, wants to influence the subconscious, the consciousness will be okay with whatever the subconscious is programmed to be. And it will make its bed the same. That's why I had to leave. Because my mother said, it was really my mother, not my father, who told me I had to leave. It was in his spirit, it was hers, to say, yo, I want him out because he doesn't have a job. He does not go to school. Based on my father's premise, he's building his business. But that wasn't strong enough, so he went down and made his bed. So once he made his bed, he told me, another conscious man, you gotta leave. So, because he wanted to submit to his wife, because he wanted vagina, he wanted to work with her. He wanted to be one with her. And because I caused that division, that individuality, where he's an entrepreneur, where he gotta support me, and she's a employee, the household is split because the consciousness, the subconscious and the conscious mind are not acting as one; they're acting as two. So they will cause conflict. So, and they become one to the person in the human in the psychological aspect. The one who is stronger, the consciousness that is stronger, will affect the other consciousness. So yes, they both have subconscious minds, but if the subconscious mind of the woman is stronger than the subconscious mind of the man, the subconscious mind of the man will submit and become docile. They'll become weakened. They'll become less. They'll become lower. So you become the person you sleep with.